Special thanks to Patreon supporter DerekFrostWestbrook for making this video possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's ZPro here bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the ZSU-23-4 Slika. The ZSU-23-4 Slika is a lightly armored Soviet self-propelled radar-guided anti-aircraft weapon system, or abbreviated to SPAAG. The vehicle itself contains 4 23mm 2A7 autocannons, and was first introduced into service in 1960 and is still currently in service with various operators around the world. So overall, a really awesome piece of equipment with the whole thing. We don't have too many self-propelled anti-aircraft type weaponry, especially Cold War and Modern Warfare era ones, and this one right here is definitely a super cool one that I think came out really good. Before we go and take a look at the build, I want to go and give a special thanks to Patreon supporter DerekFrostWestbrook for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more than you guys already do, feel free to check out my Patreon page. Link is down in the description where you can go and pledge a small amount to the channel every month and review a request of your choosing. It helps support my work on the channel and is much appreciated, so feel free to check it out. The link is always in my video descriptions. Anyways, going ahead and moving into taking a look at the build. It's a very unique build in the sense that it's pretty much one of my only builds that actually uses only one wide tracks. Usually with builds this size or this width, I like to do 2 wide, as I think it looks a lot better, but with the actual ZSU, it is very thin tracks, so I thought that it worked best to do very thin tracks 1 block wide. So it's got very thin tracks. It's got the turret up here, which has the 4 23mm autocannons, and then back here it has the radar system for targeting, commander's cupola there, and pretty much the whole turret itself. On the sides here, real simple detailing here, nothing real fancy here. Obviously the track system layout and all that. It's also got a unditching log mount on the back here, which was typical for many of the ZSUs to have. And yeah, that's pretty much the vehicle. It's a pretty nice, straightforward one. It's going to make an awesome addition to any kind of Cold War or Modern Warfare scenarios where you want to have some kind of anti-aircraft vehicle in your Soviet or Russian lineup. Anyways, let's go and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layers 0 and 1. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our first layers, we have layers 0 and 1. For these layers to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and place down a nether brick slab, followed by a nether brick stair coming off that slab going toward the front, and then a nether brick top slab coming off that stair like so. After that, we're going to go ahead and then go to the side here. We're going to place down a green shulker box on its side to the right side, so it's going to be a right side track, so we're going to have the top of the shulker box facing out to the right. We then want to go ahead and place down another brick block here in the ground like so, followed by a green shulker box again. We're going to go then place down 2 dark oak stairs back to back like so, another green shulker box on the side like this, another 2 dark oak stairs like that, and then again a green shulker box on the side like so, followed by another brick slab and another brick top slab. Once we have that done, on the sides here of these green shulker boxes, we're going to place down dark oak wood buttons, followed by item frames on the side of the shulker boxes as well, and green terracotta blocks in the item frames like that to go and make your wheels. When that's complete there, we're going to go ahead and go to this nether brick stair. In the front, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 dark oak wood top slabs over, followed by another brick slab, another brick stair, top slab coming off the back of the stair, and a slab going back like so. We're going to go ahead and basically repeat the same thing we did over to the other side of the build, so I'm going to go and do this a little bit faster as the track system is completely identical, so whatever we do on the one side here is going to be the same on the other side, so if I do go a little too fast, just look at the other side and you'll be good to go. And obviously we don't want to forget our buttons, item frames, and our green terracotta blocks like this for the road wheels. And also we're going to go ahead and replace this block here on the ground for another brick block. Now once that's done, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves dark oak wood slabs. We're going to go ahead and go to the back here. We're going to go to this nether brick top slab, or nether brick half slab here, and we're going to place down a row of 5 of dark oak wood top slabs across. We then want to place down a zombie head, come off these nether brick top slabs here to both sides like that, and in the center here, we can go and grab ourselves a fence gate, and place down a dark oak wood fence gate, going back like so. Item frame on both sides, and then coming down from the item frames, we can go and put some tripwire hooks. So just like that. Once that's all complete there, we're going to go ahead and go back up to the front of the tank. And the front of the tank here, we're going to go ahead and go to our dark oak top slab here. We're going to place down a fence gate, have it opened up toward the top slab. Same thing over here on this side. And then we want to fill in the space here in the middle with dark oak top slabs to basically completely fill in the base here of the tank. So again, really straightforward stuff here. Just filling this in completely to create a nice base here of the tank. And we're going to fill this all the way in like so. Now with that done, we're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves a zombie head, and we're going to place down a zombie head on the side here of these dark oak top slabs. So just like that to both sides. And with that done, that is going to pretty much wrap up what we have here for layer 1. Here's what it looks like from up above. And with that, that's going to complete layer 0 through 1. And with that, let's move into layer number 2. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 2. For layer 2 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and start off by placing down a nether brick stair on top of these nether brick top slabs here in the front. We then want to go ahead and go back from it, placing down a dark oak top slab to both sides, followed by an item frame and a cobweb in the item frame to the side of the top slabs like so. For the middle space here, we're going to go and take green terracotta, starting on the left side of the tank. So over here, we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 green terracotta blocks over, another brick full block, and then a green terracotta block. Coming off the nether brick full block, we're going to place down a nether brick slab going forward, and then we want to fill in the remaining space in between these nether brick stairs with dark oak wood slabs like so. Also, coming off the front of the stairs here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor, basically configured like that on the front of the stair. After that's done for the tracks here, we're going to go ahead and grab a nether brick top slab. We're going to place down 1 back, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 half slabs. So you have 1 top slab, 8 half slabs, followed by another brick top slab again. And then we're going to place down a green shulker box like so, item frame, cobweb in the item frame, and a dark oak wood button like that. And then we just want to place down a nether brick stair on the back here. We're going to go do the same thing over here to this side. So again, like I've been doing, it's the same thing as the other side. So we're just going to go and do this side a little bit faster. And again, if I go too fast, just look at the other side and it will be exactly the same. So just like that. Once that's all complete, we can go ahead and then take our green terracotta and we can fill in the space here in the middle. Now this tank does have a lot of room for interior, so if you do want to include an interior, then you will definitely have the ability to do so. However, for this tutorial, we will not be building an interior, so we're just going to go ahead and fill this in completely all the way back to the point right here, so in between our shulker boxes like so. Now when we get to this point, we're going to go ahead and take our mossy cobblestone walls. We're going to place down 1 mossy cobblestone wall, green shulker box, mossy cobblestone wall, green shulker box, and a mossy cobblestone wall, alternating there on the back. Coming off the nether brick stairs here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor like so. And then we want to go ahead and place down a mossy cobblestone wall, coming off these ones here to both sides. 1 and 2 dark oak wood trapdoors in that spot right there, and then a zombie head that's going to be coming off of this green shulker box like so. After that's done, we're going to go and grab a stripped spruce wood log. We're going to place down a row of 7. That's going to go all the way across the back here for our unditching log. And we want to go and then take dark oak wood buttons and wrap around the spruce wood logs that connect up to these mossy cobblestone walls. And also make sure to go ahead and go down underneath here and attach the dark oak wood button as well to kind of show the wrap around here to kind of clamp on and keep the log attached to the vehicle. And once that's all done, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer number for layer 2, but we do have one quick adjustment here. Actually, in the front here, this is dark oak with top slab is going to be a stair, and then to both sides of the stair, we're going to place down a corner stair. So just go ahead and make that quick adjustment. Again, that's on the left side of the vehicle over here. Anyways, that right there is going to wrap up layer 2 for the build. With that, let's move on to layer number 3. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a dark oak with trapdoor on top of these 2 nether brick stairs like so. Over here on the right side, we're going to go ahead and place down a green carpet back from the trapdoor, and then we're going to go ahead and follow it up by placing down a green terracotta block. Come off the green terracotta block, we're going to place in the item frame and a snowball in the item frame like so. After that's done, going ahead and going over from the green terracotta block, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood slabs. We then want to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of green terracotta blocks across. On the 2 green terracotta blocks to the sides here, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood stairs, and then in the middle, we're going to place down a spruce wood stair like so. We then want to go ahead and go over here to the left side. We're going to place down 2 green carpets back from the trapdoor, followed by a green terracotta block, item frame, and a snowball in it like so for the lights. Once that's all complete, we're going to go ahead and take our green terracotta, and we're actually, we're going to make one quick adjustment. So this block right here is actually going to be a green shulker box on its side. We're going to go and then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green terracotta blocks over and an air shulker box rotated on its side like so. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a tripwire hook. We're going to place down a tripwire hook on the side of this green terracotta block to the right side and a zombie head coming off this green shulker box. After that, we're going to place down a row of 5 of green terracotta across the middle here, a green shulker box over here to the right side, and over here to the left side, just a green terracotta block. Over here on the left side, we're going to do a green terracotta block, a shulker box on the side, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 green terracotta blocks over to the side. Once that's done there, we're going to go ahead and go to the right side here. We're going to go ahead and place down an additional 1 and 2 green terracotta blocks back, a tripwire hook, followed by 2 green shulker boxes again, and a zombie head on the first one like so. And we want to go ahead and then place down a green terracotta block, followed by 2 green shulker boxes, a tripwire hook, and a dark oak wood sign on the side of this green shulker box. After that's done, over here onto the left side, we're going to go and take our green terracotta. We're going to go ahead and go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 green terracotta blocks back. We're going to go ahead and go to our third and our fifth green terracotta blocks and place down 2 dark oak wood buttons like that. With that done, we can go ahead and then take our green terracotta and fill in the remaining space here on the inside. So we're just going to go and completely close this off. Again, if you do plan on doing some interior, you can leave some of this hollowed out. After that, on the back here, we're just going to take our dark oak wood stairs, place down a row of 7 that goes all the way across the back here. We're also going to place down dark oak wood trapdoors, 2 on top of those dark oak wood trapdoors from the previous layer. Anyways, that right there is going to wrap up what we have for layer number 3, and with that, let's move into layer number 4. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4, to start off with, we're going to place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood stairs across this space like so. We then want to place down a dark oak wood slab on top of this green terracotta block here, followed by an item frame, a black bed rotated on its side, and a dark oak wood sign like that to go and make this little viewport here for the driver. We're also going to place down a zombie head to both sides of the dark oak wood slab at a very slight angle like so. After that's done, over here on the right side, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor on top of this green carpet, and then we want to place down a dark oak wood slab that goes back from it. Over here on the left side, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor on top of this green carpet, and a dark oak wood slab that goes back from it, and a dark oak wood slab on top of this green shulker box as well. Now once we get to this point, we're going to go and take our green terracotta, we're going to place down a row of 5 all the way across here, followed by a dark oak wood slab to both ends. We then want to go ahead and take our dark oak wood stairs. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3. Dark oak wood stairs back. Same thing over here, 1, 2, 3. After that, we're going to go and place down another row of green terracotta, going all the way across here, so a row of 5. A dark oak wood stair, or dark oak wood slab to both sides. And then we're going to place down 3 dark oak wood stairs in the middle here, 2 dark oak wood slabs to both sides. When we get to this point, we are going to place down a zombie head over here on the right side, followed by a spruce wood slab, and then we want to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 dark oak wood slabs over. Our next row here, we're going to place down 2 spruce wood slabs to the right side here, followed by a zombie head, and then we're going to place down a row of 3 of air brick slabs, and then a dark oak wood slab like that. Then across the back here, we're going to take daylight detectors, place down a row of 7 all the way across, a item frame here, come off the daylight detectors here on the sides here, the corners. We're going to place down a red stained glass block in the item frame, and a dark oak wood sign over it as well, just like that, to make the rear brake lights. And anyways, with that out of the way, that is going to do it there for layer 4. And with that, let's move into our next layer, layer number 5. Moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 5. For layer 5, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and take our mossy cobblestone walls, and we're going to place down 1 and 2, 1 and 2 right there in those locations. We then want to grab dark oak wood fence gates. We're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate in between them and open it up toward the front. We then want to place down 1 more fence gate coming off of it, again opened up toward the front, like so. And then we're going to go and place down a second fence gate as well, again opened up toward the front, so just like that. And then come out this fence gate here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign. Now once that's done, we want to go and then grab ourselves a air brick slab into both sides of this first fence gate here. We're going to place down a air brick slab, and then we want to place down 2 end rods coming off those slabs going forward, and then wither skeleton skulls here come off the tips and the end rods like that for your 23mm cannons. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a anvil. So from right here, and we're going to place down an anvil in this location, rotated like that, and then we're going to place down 1 and 2 green terracotta blocks coming off both sides like so. After that's complete, we're going to go ahead and then place down a spruce or stripped oak wood block, stripped dark oak wood log like this to both sides, and we want to go ahead and then place down a dark oak wood button on the 2 sides here like so. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down a row or green terracotta block, on the left side here to focus on one side at a time. We're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall. We then want to place down a green shulker box on its side like so. We're going to go ahead and also place down a dark oak sign on the side of the shulker box. We're going to place down a second shulker box after it. Same thing, and then we want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood trapdoor coming off of it. After that, we're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall, followed by a green shulker box again on its side, dark oak wood trapdoor on the side of the block, and also a dark oak wood sign on the side of the mossy cobblestone wall. And then we want to place down a mossy cobblestone wall here on the back, like so. Now we're going to go and then go to each one of these mossy cobblestone walls, and behind it we're going to need to place down a green terracotta block, and also above this open space here in the turret. So we're going to have basically something that looks just like this for the left side here. And if you want to, you can go and fill it in completely here. Again, it doesn't really matter too much. It depends all if you really want to do an interior or not. Now over here on the right side, it's a little bit different. We're going to go and place down 2 mossy cobblestone walls back from that block, and then we want to go and then take our green terracotta blocks, and we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 green terracotta blocks back, and then mossy cobblestone wall on the end here. Now on the last 2 green terracotta blocks, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood trapdoors and a dark oak wood sign on the first one. Again, like we did before, we can go ahead and fill in the space like this, all the way back, like so. And then in between these 3 green terracotta blocks, we can go and place down a row 3 of spruce wood blocks across. We also need to cover up this space here in between the stairs, and just for the sake of the tutorial, we're going to go and fill in the remaining space here for the turret, just to go ahead and completely close it off. Now in the back here, we're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall coming off those 2 green terracotta blocks, a tripwire hook coming off the 2 spruce wood planks there on both sides, and then a spruce wood trapdoor coming off the middle spruce wood plank, just like that. And once you have that all done, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer number 5 for the build. With that, we're going to move into our final layers, which are going to consist of layers 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So with that, let's go and move into layers 6 through 11. Alright guys, go ahead and move into our final layers. We have layers 6 through 11. For these layers, to start off with, we're going to place down a nether brick slab above this nether brick slab here. So on both sides for the front here for the guns, 2 end rods coming off of them, and 2 wither skeleton skulls on the tips there for the cannons there. After that's done, we're going to go and take our dark oak wood fence gates. We're going to place down a fence gate in between those slabs, have it open up toward the front, and a second fence gate as well, open up toward the front, and then we're going to go and do the same thing we did before, placing down a dark oak sign coming off the fence gate like so. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a row of 3, spruce wood slabs across, followed by a second row of 3. We then want to take our daylight detectors. We're going to place down a row of 3 of daylight detectors, followed by a second row of 3 of daylight detectors directly after that. We then want to go ahead and go to the corners here. Right here, we're going to go and place down a zombie head at a 45-degree angle, and same thing on top of this mossy cobblestone wall. Same thing over here, 45-degree angle, and 45 like that. We then want to place down a dark oak wood slab in this space right here between those heads, and we're also going to place down 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 dark oak wood slabs coming off that last row of daylight detectors. We also want to place down a spruce wood trapdoor on top of these 2 dark oak wood stripped logs. When we get to this section here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab in the middle, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall to both sides. Over here on the left side of the turret, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair, a green terracotta block behind it, also a dark oak wood slab next to the stair. We're going to place down a zombie head coming off this green terracotta block here to the side, a dark oak wood stair come off the remaining 2 other sides, so you have something that looks like this. On top of the green terracotta block, I'm going to place down a spruce wood trapdoor, followed by a dark oak wood sign, or a dark oak wood fence gate on top of this stair, open up toward the front, item frame coming off the fence gate, and in the item frame we're going to place down a snowball like so. We then want to place down a mossy cobblestone wall on top of this block right here, followed by a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 iron bars going up like that for the radio antenna. Now once that's done, over here on the left side, it's a lot more simplistic. We're just going to go ahead and place down 2 dark oak wood slabs right here in this section, followed by a row of 2 spruce wood slabs right here, dark oak wood slab in the middle, dark oak wood slab to the right side here. When we get to this point here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab in this corner between these stairs, a dark oak wood stair like that. Coming off this dark oak wood stair, we're going to place down a green shulker box, and then we're going to have a dark oak wood trapdoor coming off it like so. We then also want to place down a dark oak wood stair coming off the 2 sides here of the shulker box, still exposed, and then coming off those 2 dark oak wood stairs, we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate to both sides. In this corner space right here, we're going to go and place down a spruce wood plank, followed by a spruce wood trapdoor on this side, closed, and also on top of it like that. And in this corner space here on top of the mossy cobblestone wall, we're going to place down a zombie head here at a 45-degree angle. Over here to the right side, we're going to place down 2 spruce wood planks coming off this dark oak wood stair, spruce wood trapdoors on these 2 sides here, also on top, and also one to the side like so. And then in this space right here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab, dark oak wood stair facing forward like so, and a dark oak wood slab like that to go ahead and bring that to the side there. After that's all done, to go ahead and do the radar on top, we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence post on top of these 2 dark oak wood stairs. We're going to place down a green shulker box here in the middle, and then to both sides of it, we're going to place down a green terracotta block, like so. On the sides here, we're going to place down an item frame, followed by a green terracotta block in the item frame, and then we want to go and grab a tripwire hook, and we're going to place down a tripwire hook on the green terracotta block side as well. Going ahead and going back from it, we're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall coming off this green terracotta block, and then a zombie head here to both sides of it. We then want to place down a dark oak wood stair on the shulker box there, a lever on top of these 2 green terracotta blocks flicked to face toward the dark oak wood stair like that. For the radar portion itself, real simply, we're going to go and place down a stone full block coming off that green shulker box there, a stone upside down stair to both sides, row 3 of stone blocks on top of that, stone stair, stone full block, and stone stair to kind of create a circular shape. And we want to go ahead and take stone buttons, and on the stone full blocks here on the sides, we're going to place down some stone buttons like that to add a little bit of extra depth to the radar. And once you have that all complete, that's going to wrap up my design here for the ZSU-23-4 self-propelled anti-aircraft gun. Hope you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using this design, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This can be anything from a side of the video to a link to my channel or this video if this does appear in any social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for it, you're free to just for whatever projects you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build and have fun with it and all that fun stuff. Again, the big special thanks to Patreon supporter DerekFrostWestbrook for making this tutorial possible, and definitely feel free to check out my Patreon page. Link is down in the video description. And thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been DerekFrostWestbrook, and I'll see you guys next time.